I believe they're being a little lazy out in the sun. They do a little napping before we turn them out into the pasture. This piece of equipment is called a rotavator, and it's kind of like just a bigger tiller. It breaks up the dirt really fine, and he's going over the garden for the last time before we start making rows. Now, we borrowed this from a friend, a neighbor. He's letting us use this. We can't afford one ourselves. You see how smooth it is where he's gone? And that's just going to make it so much easier for us to get out there and make rows. Where just regular dirt would look like this, these big old clods and things like this that's in our berm right here. All this is going to have to be broken up by hand. But we're really blessed to be able to borrow this piece of equipment. And we need to get done with it so they can do their garden. So you can see the grass is real long right here beside of it. So when he gets done with that, we're going to cut the grass real short, weed eat the grass even shorter, and then lay cardboard all the way around it and add this old hay on top of it as a weed bearer. And then the only grass I have to worry about will be in my rows. But I also have cardboard and hay down in the middle of my rows as weed bearers. That is really looking good. We don't normally get one of these. We usually have to go over the whole thing with the tiller, and that takes a while. Where this is going to take about 15 minutes. We're also teaching the horse to go over the garden, but she doesn't go in a straight line unless there's actually rows there. But she's learning, and she's going to be a vital part of making the garden grow too. So I guess you'd say this right here is the easiest way to make it look pretty. So we got 2 rows now done, and they are this width apart because there's going to be corn and okra. So these things grow straight up and don't need as much room as tomatoes do. And my boxes that are going to mask my weeds fit just perfectly in there. And we're going to cover this up with hay, old rotten hay, that will build the soil but keep the weeds down for this year. It's looking good. Okay, we've got 4 rows done. If you'll see right here on the end, we've already got the cardboard down and the old hay. And Miracle is doing this row. And they've got 2 more rows done. It's starting to take shape. Well, we've run out of cardboard. So this will be the last row we get hayed today. We're still going to work on the rows. Okay, we put up gate panels, cattle panels, to hold up to our tomatoes, and there's just not quite enough to meet in the middle, which one T-post will take care of. Miss Miracle's doing that for me. You may be wondering why we're going ahead and putting the cattle panels up and you don't see any tomatoes. Well, if you notice that the cattle panels are bent, and I have tried to put the tomato plants up first and then put the cattle panels, and then the cattle panels tear up my tomatoes. So we just go ahead and put them up first because we know about how many rows of tomatoes we're going to have.
Okay, so these are chicks that haven't started laying yet, and we want to show y'all my little range cage for them. I always put the younger chickens in here. It's made out of PVC pipe and chicken wire, and we made a little house out of a plastic tote that you can find just about anywhere, Walmart, wherever. And the reason we made this like this, it might not be as strong as wood, but it's really light, because we have to move this every day, so it's just so much easier when it's PVC pipe. Right here, you can see I made this little roof out of it. Oh, there's a chicken one now. But I cut a little hole in the top so I can reach down in there, and if I put water in there or if I have a chicken in there, I can put them in there. So,
You can put that one in there.
And you can see down through here where they've been, and you can see over there how much greener the grass is than the rest of the yard, because that's where they fertilized. And you can see right here I just moved them away from this spot, and it's a little bit bare, and you got to deal with that for like a few days, but then it all grows back. So we just wanted to show you that. It's my little chicken coop.
So we put the animals on the first rotational pasture today. And Baby Moo has not put out his head up once since I let him go. He is so happy. Yum, yum, yum. That sea of green. And this is our charming weed eater in the backyard. What's she doing, baby? So I'm seeing what them goats are doing in there. The kings of the mountain.